I stand.
I stand.
I stand against sexual victimization.
Sexual victimization is non-consensual sexual contact that happens from one person to another person.
This is a subject I think that our church has been concerned with, committed to, working through for a very, very long time. It's an issue in our family. It's something my wife experienced.
I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse, so I certainly know the impact that it's had on my life, and for me it was almost 60 years ago, and I can say that I'm still kind of dealing with the residue of that.
It often happens early in a person's life, and the consequences can be devastating for them, for the people around them. I think it has, in many cases, multi-generational impact.
Sexual victimization is a scourge that affects all of us.
We know that from statistics that it really is impossible to have a congregation of people where no one has this experience, and yet we're really not talking about it.
And the darkness in the world doesn't go away just because you walk into a church. It's extremely important for us to talk about it, otherwise it's swept under the rug.
I think that you can't really say it's a woman's issue or a man's issue or a children's issue, because it really is everybody, and it could be anybody.
I think the church really doesn't know the amount, the number of people who might have gone through something like this, who have a story to tell.
The act of violence, it is, becomes the epicenter of an earthquake of other actions and reactions, and so there's just great sense that what happens to one happens to us all.
I'm also a survivor of sexual assault, so I wanted to be here to empower other women and also to empower myself.
Courage is needed in order to shatter the silence. Courage is needed to face the perpetrator. Courage is needed to share your story.
I want to empower someone else, and I feel like the church needs to support that, needs to support me in telling my story. And I feel like this is a great start.
I think in this way we are really tearing Satan's kingdom down in a very tangible way.
What I have learned over these years in terms of my own healing and being an instrument for healing for countless other men and women over the years is that God is still in the healing business.
As long as people have this sense that they're by themselves, that they're the only one who's broken, they're the only one who's feeling this kind of shame and humiliation and anger and whatever, it will remain hidden. So part of it is to say to people, you're not alone.
I was a victim, and now I'm an overcomer and a thriver. I think that's just the most powerful message that the church has to give.
I think that's maybe the most important thing. You don't have to carry this secret anymore. It's time to bring the secret out, and whatever hold it has over you, whatever hurt it's done to you, let's begin to heal that.
I stand against sexual victimization because I am determined that no other person will ever experience the pain that I've known.
I stand for love.
I stand.
I stand.
I stand.
I stand for truth.
I stand for healing.
I stand for courage.
I stand for the survivors.
I stand for shattering the silence.